So one of the things that we decided to do in this class is to kind of dial back, right, our real images as we move to three-quarter pose, which is harder, and work with the Andrew Loomis models. So last week we did a man, right, from the three-quarter perspective. And Andrew Loomis, if you remember, is a famous illustrator who's written tons of books. He's great in kind of showing construction. I struggled to get as good a one of the guys. In fact, I even bought the book. So hopefully I might even have a better one next week for you guys. But you'll notice that I sent, I know this is a little bit hard to see. We're going to start with this one here. And I want you to draw it bigger. So, and in fact, if you want to, I can even pop this up so it's not distracting. So this is happening here. I'll put this here. Right. And then I sent you a picture across the thread of the woman's, this face bigger. So we can start out. So let's start with that. I think we're going to start with a circle. Like this. And then a second circle. Right? Like that. Hold on. Already.
Yeah, this is going to sound like a really stupid question. But how does one draw a good circle?
I mean, you practice. It's literally practice. Draw yourself, give yourself a piece of paper and literally draw 100 circles on it. And there's no shortcutting this, Jean, because like, if you think about how kids learn to draw, right? If you think about how a kid learns to draw, they spend like a couple of years just learning. Like I used to teach at an elementary school. I used to teach writing at an elementary school. I actually taught reporting at an elementary school. It was hilarious. And I normally worked with the 3rd to 5th graders, but I sometimes would go into the kindergartner, the 1st grader, and the 2nd grader. And I'll tell you, some of those kids were able to hold a pencil and make a circle and some were not. So it's definitely one of those things that feels kind of hard, right? And let's see, I'm going to check this out. 1, yep, 2, 3, yes, indeed. So it really is a practice thing. And it's a good thing to practice because it's great for getting, it's because it's a brain function that you have to practice to use. And if you think about it, those kids spend several years learning to use this. Learning to use this pencil and recreate what they see. They do a lot of it by practicing handwriting, but that doesn't happen so much anymore. So our kids aren't so literate in this skill. So once we've sketched this out, once again, about here, I'm going to pull, I just want to double check 1, 2, 3. Yep. So I'm going to draw a line kind of down on this right edge here. And my goal is to divide this, to make the first is to divide this into equal thirds and to make these 2 thirds contained within the circle. See this? 1, 2, 3, and the last third to come below the circle. So let me take a picture of this and I will, because that's a bit hard to kind of wrap your mind around. And let's have you guys start with this. I really love Richard Loomis. I just think he's he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He really, sorry, Andrew Loomis. Huh?
Oh, sorry. The kind of tick marks on the line, is it supposed to equal?
Yeah, these are the 3 thirds that are equal, in length. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. You'll see they're about the same size.
Okay.
Yeah. Great questions. By the way, If I haven't said so before, I appreciate so much you guys showing up for these classes. This is really hard work.
How did you
And-
decide where to start that line?
I basically started it just before I kind of lined it up with the edge of my circle here,
Oh, okay.
my little circle. There should be a little bit of space on the top, right? And then I guess what I did is I drew a straight line here. I divided this in half. And then I just brought down one extra half down here.
Okay.
That's probably the easiest way to do it. Oh, you did? Yeah. Do you have the portrait one, Tosh, with the big picture of the woman's face on it?
Yeah, and the body one.
Yeah, because I think it'll be helpful.
Like, even if you don't use them, they're just really beautiful books.
They really are, but like, I just think he's got, we'll stay with him for just a little while because it's so much structure. When you think you have this, send it over. Send it over the thread. Tosh, that looks pretty good. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. If you want to, Tosh, you can try and go ahead and construct the rest of this. But I want to wait till I see everybody else's before I do this for the group. So you can chill and relax. Let's see. Mariana, you want to make this an actual circle, believe it or not, sort of like a circle. And then let's see. Perfect. Excellent measuring. Good job, you guys. These are great. Looks a little bit like a spaceman. So instead of squaring him off here, it's a circle. It's two circles. It's kind of a narrow circle, right? This is the side of the head, right? This is if you were to run your hand here. This is like this. Of course, my headphones are totally in the way here, but let me show you. If the circle, the flat circle, the smaller one is this side of your head, right? That flat side of your head. And if you put your hand on the side of your head, you'll feel it. It's flat. It's not round. It's like whop, flat. That's what that circle is.
It's where Princess Leia's cinnamon buns go.
Yeah, exactly. 2, 3. Jean, can you scoot it over a little bit? So there's a little bit more, just scoot your line a little bit to the right.
To the right.
Yeah. Good. This is going very well. Where is our Addie? Maybe she's not signed up for this class. I didn't even check. All right. And then the second step, there's a couple of things that are good to note. One is, let's see. Yeah, Melissa has her spaceman going very nicely. So remember, we've got the top of the head, right? Which is here, which is, if you were looking at the skull, is like that kind of curved part up at the top here. So what we've measured is like here, here, and here. Now we're going to get this part where the hairline is. So that's this kind of curved line up. And then there's another line that kind of comes down like this. It's kind of a little slice. Oh, sorry. You can't see this very well here. Let me. See, there's a line that curves up like this, another line that curves down. This is an important line because it shows sort of the back of the head as it's turning down. And then we've got this straight line that kind of comes down here. Now here, this is slightly, here is where the eyebrows are, right? So you see how those are the eyebrows. Your eyes are going to be underneath. Here is where the nose will be. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. I'm going to stop that. I'm just going to get eyebrow line, which is here at this third marker. Kind of comes across like this. Right? This comes down. And then you can kind of curve that into the side of the face. So this line comes down like this and then kind of comes here to the jaw and then turns in. And then there's a straight line down like that. And your ear nestles right there. Actually, if you'll observe the ear kind of, you can flatten this a little bit. Hold on. You can flatten that a little bit. The ear kind of pokes out a little bit behind the edge of the head. So the edge, you can kind of come back in and reshape that back area like this. It's a little too extreme. There we go. Yeah, we thought we would, Tosh, we thought we would sort of back it up and do a little bit of this because it's helpful in kind of understanding structure. Oh, and the only other thing I'll put is, as we know, right under the ear here is where the base of the neck comes. We've got a nice little robotic thing going on. And now I've got to stop. Here, hold on. Take a picture of this. Yeah, that looks great, G. So here's your kind of next layer. So when you think you've got it, send it over. No rush. Okay. Jean, don't get too far ahead.
I know.
Don't
I
avoid
already
all
erased-
those extra lines. They're not
I always
helping you.
erased most of it.
Yeah. Mariana. I want to make so let me jump in here just a little bit. Let me jump in here before we get started. So observe that the eyebrows are here at this point. The bottom of the nose is kind of right here. These lines are the mouth, which is halfway down here, and the chin, right? This is the eye line. It's kind of right below that third. And then here is that kind of cheekbone. Yeah, coming out like that. So before you guys make sure, as I'm reviewing this, I just want to make sure you've got everything in the right places. So before we get too crazy, let me take a picture of this. Leave her alone, dude. I'm talking to Hermes, who's bothering Luca, which he does very well.
Not
Little
Hermes.
shithead.
No.
He's such a shithead. Right? So as you're adding the eyes in, the eyes are kind of above and below this line, right? Right, like that. And notice there's a kind of an upper eyelid, right? Her eyebrows kind of come up and over. And then there's a space, there's an eye space between the two eyes. And this line, so notice something here. Can you see as I'm sketching the eyebrow in that it bends down just here? It does that because this circle kind of marks where the side of the face, where the face turns away. So as I'm drawing this line in, I'm kind of sketching this line down and erasing this. I don't want to do too much of this, right? I don't want to muck with you too much. But I want you to really observe what this line marks. So there's a line here that comes down. Then here, it's very subtle, right? The nose is just a little bit bigger here and here. We can erase this. And then there's the upper lip, right, which is a little bit smaller on this side, and the upper lip on the right, which is longer. Also here, actually, I'm going to resketch this because I want to show you something. So here's right the nose. This line, that line, and that line. Here is your mouth line. So the mouth line on this side kind of angles up a little bit. The mouth line on this side is straight. That means this lip, so just notice everything's kind of shorter on this side. And then here's your bottom lip. And there's your chin. I'll send that over. What's going on here? There we go. And then we'll work on getting that hair in. So. I think I made this too big. There we go. This eye should be a little bit bigger and this should be just a touch smaller. Let's see. Tosh, you have your eyes in the wrong place. And you have done the exact opposite of what I've asked you to do. You're having everything slant down like this.
Mhm.
That's not what's happening. It's actually folding back up.
I think the problem is I'm not paying attention.
Okay, so
no.
pay attention, right? But your eye, the eyes are not here at the third level. They're below the third level.
Okay. No, what I meant was I usually my lines tend to get slanted. I'm not paying attention when they're getting slanted. Like I think I'm doing a straight line.
Right.
So
Yeah, you
I
totally drew it the opposite way it should go. That's my only
sorry.
point. And
I
this
am-
one also is opposite because it's going up. It should be straight.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Do you think this happens because I'm looking down instead of like on an easel?
No, I think what happens is there's a weird reversal thing that happens in your head where you think that's what's happening is the side of the face is slanting down. So that's what you've decided in your left brain. And you don't actually understand what's happening. You don't actually understand what's happening. You don't know it, right? You don't know the logic of it. So this face is like this cube. See that? This is the front of the face. This is the side of the face. If you look at what's happening on the side of the face, so this is one side and this is another side. Everything that's on this side is slanted up because it's going away from you.
I
See? Yeah. So I think what's happening is you don't know what's happening. And so you're guessing and you're guessing wrong. So
I see that.
yeah, see that? Now her head is a little bit tilted, but that doesn't mean that. So that's what I think is what's happening.
Could you explain the eyes again? Like, should the eyes be below?
The eyes are, can you see this line here?
Yes.
Here, hold on.
Yes.
I'm going to draw this. I'm going to pull this up so you can see. Actually, you know what? I just sent it over. So I'm going to send it over again. Hold on.
I missed hearing left brain, right brain.
All right. So this is what you're going for here. Hold on. Nope. No, wait, not there. So this is the first one. Do you see this? So this line where this line here,
Mm-hmm.
this top line, this is where, so if this is divided into thirds and
Right.
the eyebrow, the middle of the eyebrows is here. And then there's another line below it. That's where the eye line is.
Oh, okay.
You see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do a close up of the nose. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, it's really hard. Here, hold on. let me
It
get
is.
that.
It is. If you can't, it's
Yeah, you're
fine.
absolutely right. Here, I'm
I'm trying to get a sense of what the nose looks like. I'm
It's
like,
no, totally. You're absolutely right. And that's the problem. But here, I'll send it across. I should have.
oh yeah,
sent
that'd
it.
be good. Thank you.
Here we go. I'm sending it close so you can see it.
Cool.
You can see it a little bit better.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, that's much better. I know, it's really hard. This is the best one I could find. And then when you think you've got it,
Yeah, why do they do such lousy noses on the women?
you know, they're just small, you know. Right. So once you think you've got that, let's see. No.
No.
Okay, so Jean, you have the eyes too high too. You have them at this third, and this is the eyebrow point. The eyes come below that third. Okay, erase your eyes. Look again. This is the third, right? Third, 1, 2, 3. Third, this line here is where the eyebrow is. You put the eyes there. The eyes are below that. So this is 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, and 3. 1 is where the sort of forehead ends and the hairline starts. Let's see. That's better, Tosh. Okay, so this eye could be a little bit bigger. And not quite, it's slanted, but it's a little, that's okay, actually. This eye could be a little bit wider.
Okay. But is it
And
too
this mouth needs to be wider. If you remember, the line of the mouth still has to line up with the edge of the sort of iris, right?
I definitely forget that all the time.
Yeah. So hard, isn't it? That's why we do it. That's why we're doing this. Yeah, and if you make the eyes significantly one bigger than the other, they look like Popeye. So they're really about the same height. Oops. Let's see. Melissa, good. Excellent. So Melissa, the only thing I'm going to tell you is this mouth is looking a little too symmetrical. Remember, it's really smaller on this side
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
longer, and it's straight. So this side kind of curves up in the middle, and this side goes straight across.
Okay.
Better,
Okay.
Jean. There you go. You got it. You got it. All right. Okay. So now that you guys have got to this level, and I've just sent in this one. Oh yeah, it's really hard to see. Let's see if I can make that a little bit better. Put that in a little bit closer. It's like super hard to see, but let me see if I can get closer in. So I've sent you guys a copy of this. You have it. So use that to look at, use that to kind of look up, as Melissa was very fairly pointing out in here. I'm going to make sure you can really see. Okay, so observe. There's the bangs of the hairline, which go kind of like this. And then they come down, right, kind of along the edge to where the ear is, like that. And then the rest of her hair pops outside of this. The rest of her hair comes kind of outside of the skull. I don't even know if I got that right, but I think so. Kind of like that. Then down here around the ear, also kind of outside of the skull. Whoops. So you see how that's beginning to construct. So we've got the skull itself. And then the hair. We've got this side. We've got the neck kind of coming in here. And now there's this interesting texture he's kind of doing with the hair. Some stuff going up like this. Here, I'll send this over too so you can really see it. I'll send over step 3. Because it's really hard to see. Gosh, it's still even hard to see. So I'm gonna.
These were done in the 40s, weren't they?
I don't know. Maybe 50s.
They look like very
I thought.
40s hairdos.
I thought they were 50s. So see how I'm here. I'm sketching those out because they're just so hard to see. So now we can go from, and if you want to, you can kind of add, you can see he's kind of darkened on this side and added. And over here too. Kind of turn this into an angle. And now I can go like this and kind of go past. So this is why people don't really understand how the skeletal structure, right, plays into the top of the head, plays into hair, because some of it comes above the skull. And some of it comes like kind of over the top, right? So the head actually turns down here, but we don't really see that because it's covered by hair. I can see I need to bring I need to line up the edge of my ear with my bottom of my nose. There's kind of a little line there. And then observe, and then here's the last one. Notice then all these lines get kind of erased. Wish. Here's the last one, so you guys can sort of try to jump ahead here. These are the final lines. So once you get things in order, you want to get rid of these extra lines. Boy, come here. Get rid of this line here. Once you've got things in the right places, get rid of the circle here, here. And then we've got kind of one line coming down from the eyebrow here for the nose, but we don't really have a line on the other side. It's tough to do small, but that's okay, right? Because we don't really care. We're more just interested. We don't care about these. And be careful to make your nose marks super light. I keep making mine too heavy. And she looks piggy. Too long, too heavy. Notice the top lip is darker. That middle line is super dark. Notice the bottom lip is lighter. Also, this nose comes above, a little bit above this line. I keep moving it below. Yeah, there we go. That will help. Better. Notice the eyes are kind of heavily made up. I can mostly get rid of I can mostly get rid of this. Here's her neck. Here's this kind of coming. See how he's got like her hair. We're going to just practice with these. But don't worry, if it's not quite coming out exactly, I might have you work bigger too. Notice also how he's got these sort of dark and light parts of her hair, which I think works out really nice. This is mostly a dark-haired chick. If you feel like I'm noticing my chin is getting a little too long, so I'm bringing it up a little bit. Erasing that circle. Yeah, kind of. You can see that it's not like I'm getting this perfectly either. So my expectations. Oh, her mouth is, I have her mouth too low. That's the biggest part. This is my big mistake. I always make it. I always make the mouth too low. Oh yeah, so low. Hello. That looks better. And there's a line here, which is kind of helpful. I should get rid of, make a space. It's tricky. There she is. Now she's starting to look a little pouty. Yeah, the truth is these are just harder to see, so they're going to be trickier to get exactly right. But the principles of practicing kind of where features go, that's more what I'm interested in. You'll notice I'm like, I can't get her nose right.
It's hard to see where, because the lines are still there and that kind of.
But not in the last one.
Yeah, even like at the bottom of the nose on that last one, it makes it hard to see where the nose, what the line's shape should be.
I don't think it's hard to see the line shape on the last one. It's all right there. It's just hard to get it. It's not hard to see it. It's hard to get it right, in my view. There we go. Better with let's see. Anyway, I still think the lesson is not lost, right? We don't really care if we get this chick. She's not real, right? She's kind of an idealized version of white femininity from the 50s. That's not really what we're going for. We're more just seeing how he uses the structure to put things in certain places. Oh yeah, that helped a lot too. That's getting there. You can see how much I'm going. And also, as I told you, I'm making the same mistake I always make, which is I really struggle to put the mouth in the right place. I almost always put it down too low. And you see, I had to move it back up. Thank you, Tosh. Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing you, Tosh, in June. I think this is coming right up here.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
And meeting your brother. Am I going to be your brother?
Yes, my brother, his wife, and their dog, Hoga.
Ah, so great.
Yeah. Are you, I mean, we could talk about it later, but will you be around that Monday? We can figure it out.
Yeah, I will be around. I will make sure. I will make sure we will do something.
Tasha, you're going to Portland?
I am. Would you like to come?
Yes, but I've promised Leah that'll be my next trip, is my trip to Portland.
Yeah, my cousin is getting married and it turned out that we can
Just
make
down
it
the
work.
road from me.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Just do the best you can. We'll try. We'll go through as many as we can just for the practice.
By the way, Leah, how was your New York trip?
It was so great. Oh my God. Oh my God. And Jean and I got toasted on her birthday on Monday. I met Jean's boyfriend. Like, we had so much fun.
We had like a 3-hour lunch. It was fantastic.
It was really great. And it could have definitely gone longer.
Oh God, it could have been a 12-hour lunch.
It could have been a 12-hour lunch if I hadn't had to catch a plane in Newark.
So fun.
So much fun.
So fun. Yeah, it was really great. And for me, besides getting to catch up with, I got to catch up with Janet. We had a nice long time to visit. And I also had 3 days with 6 girls I went to college with 36 years ago.
You went to college when you were 2?
Yeah. I love you so much.
I know you were smart, but wow.
And we have not all been in that same room in, I'd say, at least 30. We hadn't been, I'd catch up with each of them but we hadn't all been together. So, oh my God. It was just one of those, oh my God. Like, so that for me was really invigorating. Like, I didn't work for the whole week. I've never had a whole week where I haven't worked. It's been many, many years. Yeah, I don't know. It's just pretty great.
That's amazing.
Kitty. Hi, Bubbles. Here's Bubbles. Here. Hold on. Here's Bubbles. Look at that face. That face is ridiculous. So cute. Your cat's face is pretty cute too, Jean. So cute. Look at how cute Jude is. And here's Victor. Here is
It's so cute.
Ah, you're the cutest.
Mariana's kitty cat.
You're much cuter than a cat.
I wish you could see my cat.
Oh, where's
She's
your
orange
cat?
and she's a Maine Coon.
Ooh,
orange
she must be
Maine Coon.
gorgeous. I love Maine
So
Coons.
cool. All
An
right.
orange Maine Coon.
How cute.
So Leah, I have erased the nose like a thousand times.
I know.
and
You saw I did too. It's just
Yes,
like
but
literally
Give me a trick.
make your lines smaller than you think they should be.
The problem is, I think the position is, let me show you a picture. I think the position is not right.
Send it over. It's smaller than you think they should be. That's all I'll say. That's what I will say. Oh, wait, I see him. I'm also seeing something here. Let's see. So on this side, yeah, you just have to be really, it's just so small. They're so slight. On this side, it's kind of an angle under. And on this side, yeah, that's a little bit better, but even so, it's hard. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. So do you know where to put the nose, right, Mariana?
I really don't, because
Okay,
I
so
erased the
come
line.
back here. Look at, show you, come back here. You lost it. All
I
right,
lost
so you have your hairline here and your eyebrow line here, right? This is your first third,
Mhm.
right? Your second third, if you were to take this space from where the hairline starts to the eyebrow line and go down one, That's where the nose is, and it's slightly above that line. Right, so this
Got it.
line, so look at here, if you look up here,
Yeah,
you'll see,
yeah.
here, hold on, let me move you off so you can see better. So this is 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. So the mouth is contained in this last third.
Mhm.
This third, it contains the nose. This last third is the forehead, really.
Yes, I know where to put the nose.
Now you know where to put the nose.
But
Smaller, the better. Just do your best. We've got another one we'll try.
don't you think my mouth is too long?
No,
No?
I'm questioning the shape of your cheek.
Yeah, the shape of the thing is
I
just
think you
fine.
need to
It's
look
not-
at, I think you need to re-look at the shape of the cheek. It's all right here. So I would like, I'm questioning that. I think you should re-look at that.
It's too narrow and
Mhm.
let me see.
Keke, ¿qué hice mal?
Yeah. Okay. But the nose still not good.
Hi, kitty cat. Cool. I have a little kitty here. Here, hold on. Oh, Melissa, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Are you pleased?
Yeah, I think she looks like she's gonna kill someone, but
She does a little bit. She looks a little, there's a little bit of resting bitch face there, but yes.
Yeah, she's not major
But-
resting bit with her mullet.
But
I'm
come
gonna
on,
copy-
look
I'm
at
gonna
her.
copy-
Look at her. She kind of has resting bitch face. What I like is I don't feel like this girl is too fat. I feel like you basically got the construction of those proportions right. Right? We're not going to be able to draw just like Richard Loomis. We're just not going to be able to do that. But we kind of got things in the right locations.
Areas.
Is anybody still working on this one? Do you want to do another one? Shall we do the
I
next one?
started a second one of her.
Okay. Well, we will have you do that. Let's try. Let's see what happens when we do one where she's looking up. Let's do this one. So here, I'm going to send a picture. In fact, I'm going to just send 4 pictures right in a row. So you guys have the close-ups. Here is close-up 1. I'll do them with you. Here is close-up 2. Here is close-up 3. And then here. Come here. Is close-up 4. Sure, Andrew. Give me 1 second, ladies, and we will I'll help you. I'll get started on that. And I'm thinking I'm gonna turn this in because I'm not feeling like it's like super helpful for you to see it more than the one. Keep that there. Give me 1 second, ladies, while I, oh wait, no, I come down. There. Okay. I love you so much. Okay. Here we are. So this one is looking, this next one, I should just get rid of her. Let's turn you around. Just leave it up to look at you.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So this woman is looking up, which means that we're going to start our circle. Like that. And then we're going to do our second circle on this side. Yeah. That's kind of the beginning. And then 1, 2, 3. And then as usual, this line is going to curve a little bit. So it's, instead of going straight, it's going to curve out, go down, and then go down again. Let's see, 1. No, it's too high up. So this goes like this, slightly differently. It kind of curves out. So 1, 2, 3. That's a slightly different. are we? Oh, wait, sorry, let me send this over. Here's my first set. This is our first set. So remember, once again, this is the thirds. Then look at what happens here. So here is once again where the eyebrows are.
Question about the line. Is supposed to be straight line or kind of?
It's kind of slanted, slightly slanted
No.
down.
No, the horizontal one, the vertical one. Vertical
It's
one.
slanted here and it's
Uh-huh.
straight here.
I got it. Okay.
It's straight there. The other 2/3, maybe slightly slanted, but it's slanted here. I know, so much fun, right? I told you guys. Ooh. This is it, but it's not,
Of my mama.
right?
I'm having fun.
And then here,
I'm having a lot of fun. Big fun, cute. And fun, really fun.
and then here is the nose.
Because I'm things right.
And then here we add in the chin. Let's see. Not bad, Melissa. Good. All right. So once you have this, remember, eyebrows are here. The eyebrows are here. Here's where the eyebrows are. Underneath is where the eye line is, right? So this line here is where we put the eyes themselves. Here, the nose comes up here, and then once again, the mouth is in this final third. Yep. So nose is kind of here. Eye line is here. This comes out a little bit more. Thank you, Tosh. Totally appreciate it.
No problem. I will say this class, the people in this class have been really dedicated.
Yeah, their work, everybody's been working because this is hard, right?
Yeah, I've seen everyone. Everyone's been showing up when you look at the.
Yes, everybody in this class has totally, I agree. Everybody in this class has been totally showing up. I agree. Very dedicated. And then, by the way, once we got here, you'll notice there's the side of the face, which comes down here. And then the ear here. We lost, did you get back? No, we haven't lost her yet.
Ni modo.
Sorry, papi. No te puedo ayudar ahorita que te estoy
No, ni
poniendo.
modo, ya necesito ayuda. Es que mi cabeza estaba aquí adentro. No lo podía sacar.
Here it is. This. Oh, here, that's not a great photo. Let me erase that. Let's try that again. There we go. Observe that the ear kind of remains between the eye line. Actually, it's kind of lined up with the eyebrow here and the nose line. Fat, lot of good that's going to do. I know it's not like it's like super easy, but this line is also slightly slanted down like this line. Also, really observe how much space the ears take up. We just don't want to believe that. We never want to believe how much space the ears are taking up.
Mami, mira lo que te hice. Voy a poner tu propio minifigure aquí. Uno sentado y uno parado.
When you think you've got, try not to jump ahead unless you really know what you're doing. I'd rather see it at this stage. Okay. Mariana, okay. 1, 2, 3. Yep, you got everything in the wrong places, honey. So I want you here. Hold on. No, maybe not. But not, you don't have everything in the wrong places. Hold on, let me look. That's terrible. But you totally have this shape not correct. You're doing this. Your face is doing this. Like that.
I see.
Yeah.
You're right. Yes, I see. I see.
So you made the eyes too long. Remember, this is almost like a straight line down.
Yeah, I didn't correct that line. That's
Yep.
Yeah, I see. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's the first, that's the thing, I think that's the issue. 1, 2, everything else looks okay. But I want you to really look at the shape. And the ear looks all right.
Here's all right.
The jawline kind of comes in here at the base of the ear and is sort of more flat across. It's
Got it.
because she's looking up.
Yeah.
So the shape is different than you think it is. It's kind of,
sure.
it's like
I see.
this. It's kind of softer. It comes down here and comes across more. I'm struggling to get it to, so if that makes you feel better. It's like down and then straight across
Mamá, mira,
and then
dice mamá.
kind of up,
Tatán.
Mhm.
Voy a ir al baño.
right, like this. And that little dip is where this little angle is where, right? This is where your eye is. Oh, no, not like that, too strong. It's really hard to get this thing right as well. Wait, I don't feel like that's right. I think it needs to slant a little bit more. There we go. That's better. Almost. You guys are doing great. Oi.
Oh, the ear is too high.
The ear, so look at what's happening. Here is the line for, here's your first third, here's your, where your eyebrow line is, right?
Mhm.
The first third.
Mhm.
It kind of goes at an angle down like this, and it goes at a more extreme angle down.
More
like that.
extreme to the left.
Yes.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
And then same here with the nose line. So it's kind of straight across, and then it's down.
Mhm.
And the ear is literally contained in between these two lines.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I think so. I got it now. Let's see, what do I do with her nose?
Yeah, it kind of pushes up and down a little bit and then down. And then the back of the neck comes in right here, sort of towards the back of the ear. And the front of the neck, because she's jutting her chin forward, comes like that. And maybe it's more like this. The neck is also one of those things that's often thicker than you think it is. Then once you get this ear in, you can kind of tweak up. You can kind of reshape the head a little bit here, square it out a little bit more. So send it across. Let me know when you guys are ready to go to the next step. I guess I can probably put in her mouth here. So you'll observe her mouth is a little bit higher and the shape, it's kind of like straight and down. So it's down on this side, more straight across. Not too far down, like I just did there. And then same here. Nope. And look at that. I did it again. Put the mouth in the wrong, like totally still. Here, I'm moving the mouth up. I think one of the things, this is a great moment to point out that one of the things that's true about art is not that you're going to stop making mistakes. It's that you're going to start to know what mistakes you make and you're going to be able to correct them in the middle of making them. So this is kind of narrow, small, and angled down. Notice twice now I have put the mouth too low because that's what I do. And all I can really do is catch myself doing it. There we go. And move it up. I know I do that. Even when I get it in the right place, I will often move it. I feel like this is just too strong here. I just know I make this mistake all the time. The last things I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to add in this line here. Oh, that's about it. That's step one. Just send it over when you think you've got it.
Llegaron.
Turkey.
Ahí voy.
Anybody else feel like they've got you to, you've gotten to this point? It's okay. Does anybody want me to go further? Tell me, if you want me to go further, I will go further. If you want me to just stop here until you get this, I will stop here. All right, I'll stop. Even if we only get to this part, I'm happy. So if you get to this part, there is one thing I want you to observe that shows up in this section. And that is there's kind of a way that they're showing. Look at this. Do you see how this line has been added? Actually, it's 3 lines. So there's like a little teeny straight line down. There's this is the top, this is the chin bone that's jutting out. And then there's this little angle line here. So that's a significant part of showing the face turning up. Is that? Let's see. Okay. I'm looking. Melissa, bring up her nose just a little bit and observe that we're kind of looking up her nose. So we've got a kind of a circle like this, and then just a line like this right now.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Yep. Oops. Okay. So do something for me here as well. Once you get the nose, so find that nose line, right? Which is that second third. Draw a line straight across. And then when you hit the circle, draw an angle line down. And you will see that that's where the ear fits in. So the ear really comes at an angle, right? Like this. And it lines up with the
Nose.
bottom of the nose.
Gotcha. Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
It's so hard. This is so hard, but it's so good. You guys are doing great. I think this is super important, this line here and the chin. I think we blew up Jean's computer. They were just like, nope, sorry. If you want to, I'll also add in. I'll also sort of add in the hair So notice once again, here's the shape of the hair coming up over the top of the skull, because that is often what the hair does. It kind of flops around, and then we've got this little bit kind of coming down here, and over on this side. So observe how the hair does this kind of extra shaping. I'm not removing my lines yet because I want to make sure you guys all have them here. Here. Nope. Here's the third studio cat who gets to come in after all her brothers, her brother and her sister come in. Here's Mabel. I just love Mabel. Such a cat lady. So Tosh, out of curiosity, you said you guys will be free to do something on Monday. Is that what you were thinking?
That Monday that I'm gonna be there, the 20th.
Yeah. What if you wanted to hang out, what day would it be?
Yeah, the 20th would be great, like during the day.
Okay.
And then I would head to see my family in the evening
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, I'll write it in my calendar.
Yay. Is it cliche that I really like salt and straw?
Not
Ice
at
cream?
all. We can go there. So, I'll say Tosh Reed in town. I can take you there, not at all. Mondays are great days for me. I don't have anything else. All right, let's see. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Boy, you just motored right through that.
We'll get there.
You're so good. I'm glad BuzzFeed is paying you well. They'd better be. They'd better appreciate you.
Yeah. Finally.
Right? I shouldn't say that. Oops, sorry. All right, I'll get that edited out. I'm sure they get it. But it looks like you're going to need to do some recruiting to get more people into classes again, because we're losing our people who come.
Yeah. I wonder if we should deal with HuffPost. Like maybe that's the area to focus
We
on.
keep trying to get HuffPost. I've only managed to get one person to come to a class at HuffPost. I don't know what's going on there. They're struggling with this whole thing. They're struggling with this whole thing. We haven't we haven't managed to entice them yet. I want to observe something else too, which is that this line kind of bends down a little bit. This is the line at the bottom of the nose. It's the second third. It kind of bends down a little bit here. It's straight here, kind of bends down a little bit. Not too much, just a little. And I can also add, here's the nose, that line for the nose, right, is right there. Okay, we've got about 15 minutes left. Has anybody got anything to show me? If not, that's okay. There's not a rush on these. But I will send you this so you can see that, having trouble lining it up. There we go. I feel like you guys are getting this idea, right? That the head kind of juts out in the back. The ear kind of lines up here. The neck comes up here into the, I think we're starting to get this concept. I'm getting one of the books and one of his books, and I will absolutely send over. We might even do one more exercise from it before we start going to real people, just for the practice. Are you guys finding this helpful?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a little bit, it's like less, it's like it costs less, right? Emotionally. Because they're not real and they're sort of idealized, and you're not so caught up in like, I want to make this perfect. I feel like when we look at somebody's face, a real person's face, you get really caught up in them. You want to like get them right, so it's easier to get upset, and I don't know. You know what I mean? I think these are easier for practicing.
Mira, mami. Mira, mamá. Una robo.
Victor is like our musical it's our sort of entertainment, like background
Doing
music.
Legos. Yes.
Mira,
Ambient noise.
esto es un árbol. Esto es una nube que este mushroom lo está haciendo.
Okay,
Aquí es la axe.
I'm gonna pull this down for a second. I want you to hold up your drawing so I can see it wherever it is. Put yourself in gallery view, hold up your drawing. So I want to look at this. This is not bad, Mariana, but this side is not, you don't have the shape of this side correct. I want you to look at this. This is actually straight,
Yeah.
slightly slanted in. You still have her belt bulging out, which means she doesn't look like she's looking up. And I want you to look at this, get this shape in, right? To really show the chin, what's happening under the chin, but it's in good shape. Who else? Melissa, can I see yours? You're good, you're getting there. Remember, we're showing somebody looking up, right? So the eyes, everything about this is like, eyebrows have to kind of work.
Hola, hola, banana, hola.
Right.
Sueña, sueña, sueña.
All right. Let me put this back up. Do you guys want me to send you the other ones so you can practice them on your own? Or we can practice them in class next week too. I'm gonna look for something that's easier to see and more structured. I have a book coming. So like I said, I'm gonna try and find that. Make that happen.
I wasn't ready.
Got about 10 minutes left. If I have 10 minutes, I can do, I'm gonna start to erase.
Feed up the shack.
Some of these extra lines. Thank you, madam. And look how the hairline kind of comes into the ear like this. Notice how this skull line kind of disappears. But notice how this skull line is helpful because it shapes. It shapes how the hair flies. So you kind of need it at first, then later not so much. Notice how the hairline kind of comes in. He does this sort of sweeping thing. There's a little bit of shadow under the neck. Look at how the eyes are shaped. Look at how that eyebrow is kind of, look at how this eyebrow is attached to the nose line. How this eye comes in. Yeah. Notice how it's a little bit shaded under here, sort of indicating that we're looking at the underneath the neck. Perfect. That's great, Tosh. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Alcancía, alcancía, ¿dónde está mi alcancía?
God, everybody and their mother is trying to email me today. 2 more minutes. So just spend 1 more minute and then I want you to stop and just show me wherever you are. All right, I'm going to remove the spotlight. Let's go into gallery view. Let's see where you're at. Hold them up.
I couldn't get mine to turn up.
So you were having so show me what happened and we can talk about it.
I was
You're
trying to get the
probably trying
nose.
to put it. Yes. So you kept trying to, yes. So, okay, so there's 3 things. Send me a picture, Melissa, and I'll be able to correct it and show you. But part of this is really understanding structurally what's happening is you're resisting what's actually in front of you. Remember how Jean said it's really hard to see the lines? I'm like, it's actually not hard to see the lines. It's hard to make the lines do on
What
your
you want.
paper what you're looking at.
My
right?
left brain's like, no.
It's yeah, your left brain's like, shut the fuck up.
Exactly. No, because I was like, I redid this nose a million times.
Right.
And I'm like,
If
I
you
couldn't get
guys,
it.
send over your pieces. I will try to do a few corrections and I'll send them back to you so that you can see where you went off. Okay. Do you want me to send you the other two to practice on your own?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send those over. I'm going to just send them one step at a time so you can see them right closely. But great work, everybody. I think it went really well. And Mariana, I appreciate how you're kind of playing around. You're sort of adding your little flair to it. It's nice. You're adding flair. You're going great. And Tosh, it's just lovely to see your face. Good to see you again. All right. All right, you guys, we will see you next week. We'll continue on. If I find an exercise that I feel like is good just illustratively, we're going to do that. If not, we'll jump into an actual photo next week. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Excellent work, everyone. Great work.